Hello and welcome to Top Corner Sports facility here in beautiful Bridgewater, New Jersey for the Mid-Atlantic Best in State Showcase. Brought to you by BFA Sports, and for BFA Sports, I'm Al Fisher, along with my brother from another, Doug Stasic. And Doug, we should be looking at some incredible talent tonight, specifically the pitchers and catchers.
Ready to rock and roll. My favorite dudes behind the dish. We got quite the collection of talent here, buddy. I mean, I'm looking at some of these rosters. I'm pretty pumped up to see what we're going to have. And we're going to start out with the catchers. They're going to throw down to third. Then they're going to throw down to second base. We're going to see some righties, some southpaws. We're going to have the Rapsodo going. So for you baseball fans out there, Friday Night Lights is going to have a whole different meeting.
Indeed it will. And we'd say best in state, but we're talking about at least 4 different states I see on here. I see Connecticut, I see New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, North, South New Jersey. So it should be a great night. Looking forward to it.
No question about it. So I know some arms are getting loose over there, but we're almost ready to rock as soon as the coaches are. Catchers, you can see them popping out and checking out their how fast they can get out of their crouch. We'll have a coach with a stopwatch. You can be your own judge. So I know, Al, you'll be giving them pop times and
I sure will.
Introducing us to some of these guys. And for me, I'll be stepping away temporarily as I'll be the man behind the camera, because there's one thing I like, it's to shoot a lot of film when it comes to our catchers.
You sure do. We're ready to go, Coach. All right. And here we go. We're about to move forward.
So as you can see, you're going to have multiple angles, so both left and the right view. So you'll see the catchers popping up, and we'll be ready to rock here.
All right. So the first catcher we'll see right now is Jonathan Rosado. 5'8", 165 pounds, class of 21 rising senior. Young man's got a 4.0 GPA. Rosado's first throw, 169. 169 is his pop time. 166. Nice shoot there. 2-2. Rosado from Elizabeth, New Jersey. Plays for Full Count Baseball out of Westfield High School. 2.1 was the last pop time. 2:06. He finishes up. Nice job by Rosado. Jonathan Rosado. And the next to step up is Jonathan Diaz. Diaz out of North Atlantic Evo Canes is his club team. Class of 21 rising seniors, a 2.83 GPA. Again, Jonathan Diaz, that's Sloatsburg, New Jersey. First throw to third. 1-9 pop time for Jonathan Diaz. 175. You can see the 2 angles we're giving you from the right behind the catcher and the side profile. 2.25 was the last pop time. Going to second base. As he throws down, another throw down to second. 2.22 for Jonathan Diaz. Diaz at 5'8", 150 pounds. 2.21 was Jonathan Diaz's last pop time. Now we have Justin Smith stepping behind the dish at 5'8", 165 pounds and a 3.2 GPA. Class of 21 rising senior. 185, his first pop time to third base. He takes a couple shots down there. Nice shoot. 186. And his first throw to second. 218. Smith out of Broomall, Pennsylvania. 2-3 was his last throw down to second. Plays for the on-deck Dogs, and 2-3 was his last throw. He's going to go again. He's also out of Marple Newtown High School. Sporting that 3.2 GPA. Here's his final throw down to second. 2-3-5. Now we have Cole Dispensieri. Hope I said that right. Dispensieri out of Brick, New Jersey. Plays for the Grind Club and plays his high school ball at Brick Memorial High School. He's a class of 22 rising junior with 3.7 GPA. .163 was his last pop time to third base. Dispensieri is 5'10", 145 pounds. .2. 205 was his last pop to second. Here's his third throw down there. 202. So it's Dispensieri improving with each one. Now we have Dan Maglio. Oh, wait. This is Jacob. I'm sorry. This is Muniz. My apologies. Jacob Muniz. .168 was his first throw, so that's Jacob Muniz. Munoz, I should say, out of Bloomfield, New Jersey. Bloomfield High School, class of 21 rising senior. It's a 3.71 GPA. 167 was the last throw down to third base. Munoz at 5'8", 145. .213 was his first throw to second base. .208. Nice shoot there. 208 again. Staying consistent. Okay. All right, we're back to Jonathan Rosado taking his second stint behind the dish. Oh, nice pop. 158. .168. .206. All right, so I think we're going to take a quick break as we pick up some baseballs and get ourselves reset. It looks like we might be doing some additional work here, so looking forward to seeing some excellent pop times. All right, so that will do it for the catchers as we're making some switches with the camera work. Again, we'll talk about some of the guys here that we saw today. Cole Dispensary out of Brick, New Jersey. Plays for the Grind, Brick Memorial High School. Primary position's a catcher. He's a rising junior class of 22. He has a 3.7 GPA. We saw Jacob Muniz out of Bloomfield High School. Class of 21 rising senior at a 3.7 GPA. Justin Smith out of Broome Mall, Pennsylvania, coming all the way from PA. Club team is the On Deck Dogs, and Marple Newtown High School. Class of 21 rising senior. It's a 3.2 GPA. We also saw Jonathan Diaz. Plays for the North Atlantic Evo Canes. Class of 21 rising senior with a 2.83 GPA, and also plays third base besides catching. Right now what we're doing is we're shifting cameras for our pitchers who will be stepping up. As my brother from another, Doug Stasic, getting his workout in as he moves the cameras around. Probably going to get reprimanded after this. No, I'm just kidding, folks. Just having a little fun. Again, you're watching the Mid-Atlantic Best in State Showcase here at the Top Corner Sports Facility in Bridgewater, New Jersey. So we're just about set. So we have a pitcher on the mound warming up. And that might be number 7. Looks like it might be Joe Compton. No, actually it's number 5. I got to get my eyes checked. Jack Burke warming up right now. Plays for Out of the Park club team at a Scotch Plains Fanwood High School. Scotch Plains Fanwood High School. It's a mouthful. Young man has a 4.3 GPA. Again, number 5, Jack Burke, warming up on a mound to get his work in with his battery partner. And I believe we're going to see quite a bit of pitchers tonight. If I was being told, we had about somewhere around 15 to 18 pitchers, maybe more. And they're going to throw about 20 pitches.
Tell me we need 2 minutes to reboot here. Didn't like the iPad, unfortunately. that thing reading on their end? Because I don't see it reading on ours.
Reading what?
Is yours, are you getting readings or yours all zeros still?
All zeros.
All right. That's why I thought mine was frozen, but I guess it's all zeros.
Yeah, throw one, bud. Throw one.
All right, we're good?
You should start seeing something, bro. It's not still. There it is.
All right,
All right, you're good, bud. Just wait a sec.
we're good.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Jack Burke, I got him already. I was talking him up. All right, we're back with Jack Burke on the mound. Let's see, gets set. He's working with number 10, Jonathan Rosado, who's his battery mate. Burke out of Fanwood, New Jersey. Plays for Out of the Park baseball and plays for the Scotch Plains Fanwood High School team. He's a class of 22 rising junior. Has a 4.3 GPA. Stands at 5'9", 145 pounds.
nice job here. Right out of the gate.
And 96% spin efficiency. Again, Jack Burke. At Scotch Plains Fanwood High School.
Staying consistent with the pitch efficiency on the spin. 96% efficiency there, 13.75. Getting it done. The junior. So the first instruction was he wanted him to start with 5 fastballs and then work his way through some of his pitches. So we can see Jack here working through his repertoire, doing a nice job mixing things up. And that's exactly what we're trying to do. I mean, this whole thing is set up to show a coach basically what a live bullpen looks like.
Sure.
The beauty of the Rapsodo is it's giving you an idea of the location to where it's coming through. And then obviously we have the 2 angles here, so both side profile and from behind. From what I see out, we have quite a few guys that are going to be throwing the pill tonight.
Yeah, I think we figured about 15 to 18 pitchers. So we're going to see all kinds of variant talent.
And I love the fact that this time of the year these guys are putting together a showcase. So, you got guys, because of the way the season was set up in a COVID environment, summer got pushed back, all these guys missed their spring high school season. And so what we saw as we were out on the circuit is a lot of guys were just starting to kind of feel it and get a chance to almost peak. And so now you have a bunch of guys that are coming out here into November taking advantage of what a beautiful facility it's out here, Top Corner Sports, to get it done. And so, Jack Burke, tough spot being a leadoff pitcher in a showcase environment because you got to deal with, you got a decent amount of coaches that are sitting out here that are checking them out and watching every pitch. And then you have guys like us moving camera equipment and wires. So it's a totally different environment. But I do think it gives a good sense for these coaches of seeing a guy perform in a unique setting underneath a little bit of perceived pressure. Because it is, man. You got guys that are sitting there looking at Rapsodo. They got clipboards in their hand. They're all dressed in their, their college gear. And we know firsthand all the guys, the college coaches that are out there watching. So, not the easiest thing to pull off.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I wouldn't want to be out there. But Mr. Burke is doing very well on the mound. He's got about, about 15 coaches here?
Yeah, nice. Everyone's keeping their fingers crossed. So that was Jack Burke.
Jack Burke.
Number 6.
Number 6 is Tyler Casper. Casper out of North Plainfield, New Jersey, plays for Out of the Park Cyclones. Class of 22 rising junior, has a 4.76 GPA. Again, Tyler Casper. At 5'9", 130 pounds. His first throw comes in at.
And so he's hot. So what we should mention is behind that big backdrop that's behind these pitchers, these guys are already getting loose. So you're going to have guys get up and go ahead and fire. I will tell you, sometimes with the Rapsodo, it does take a little bit of a couple seconds for it to upload and show you what he's got for the next pitch. So as you see this, you see that spin indicator going?
At 99% spin efficiency right now.
Yeah, nice
Doing
job
a nice
by
job.
him.
He's doing it on the mound.
And again, Casper, a junior, and talk about a scholar athlete, 4.761 GPA. Holy cow. Do want to let everybody know, obviously, most of these guys are in the same scenario. Haven't taken the SAT just yet due to, well, being shut out thanks to COVID times.
We had a song for that, but we're not going to sing it.
Yeah,
huh?
let's not sing
Let's
that.
not sing it.
Great feedback here from the Rapsodo. It's a tough thing it is actually a tough dynamic to pitch on. I don't know that I actually could have done it back in the day when I was a kid.
I don't know if it would have been it wouldn't have been able to read your speed because
no chance. Would have said to be continued or can't generate it, one of those things. But Casper is really doing a nice job moving the ball around the zone. So you see that one there hit the outside lower quadrant. Another unique scenario for this is a lot of times these guys are kind of used to a batter standing in, so it's kind of nice that they get to kind of pull back and let the ball go.
Again, you're looking at Tyler Casper at North Plainfield, New Jersey, plays for the Out of the Park Cyclones. Class of 22 rising junior. Casper standing at 5'9", 130 pounds.
There's plenty of folks tuning in here. A couple guys asking if they missed Chris Ramonda. I'm not sure. Wasn't in the catchers, was he?
No.
All right. So
No.
you haven't missed Mr.
No,
Ramonda.
we have not, Mr. Ramonda. Maybe Mr. Ramondo he's a pitcher. He's listed as a pitcher. Maybe he's going to be coming up soon.
Yeah, so Tyler Casper is our second arm of the evening.
Yep. He followed up from Jack Burke.
Great job here by Casper getting it in. Friday Night Lights is going to have a meeting. Indeed it will.
We'd say best in state. We're talking about. So once again, we started off with Jack Burke on the mound, and right now you're looking at Tyler Casper. And Tyler Casper out of North Plainfield, New Jersey, plays for Out of the Park Cyclones, and that will finish it up for him. Number 7 will step up onto the mound and onto the rubber, and that's Joe Compton out of Westfield, New Jersey. Plays for Full Count Baseball, goes to Westfield High School. He's a class of 22 rising junior. Compton is not only a pitcher, but he's also an outfielder and sports a 3.9 GPA. He stands at 5'11", 160 pounds.
So he's a two-way player, and I thought for a second he was rocking a beard, but then I remembered, nope, he's got his, he's rocking his mask.
He's got his COVID mask. Compton comes firing out and stays right out in the mid-90s, upper 90s in his spin efficiency.
Good job driving off the backside of his hips. And I think that's what I like the most about kind of showing the dual angles of side-by-side for these coaches is the fact that, you know, you're able to see side profile him open up, but more importantly, when you're looking at the right side, how much does he rotate on that back hip? And you can see that he's really doing a nice job lowering the upper half of his leg to drive down. For like John Madden, I have like a telestrator. Nice curveball right
that
there.
might be next for us.
Yeah.
We'll do some telestrating.
There you go. That was a nice curveball. You see he broke it down, 14-mile-an-hour differential, and he was able to slow down the spin. Again, not something that's always easy to do.
Got 11-inch vertical break, 14.5-inch horizontal break. Got some nice movement.
Nice job here. Again, he's doing a great job.
Vertical break continues to improve.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see. I mean, you're looking at the box, sometimes called the K zone, and you can see a lot of these pitches dropping off. What I can tell you is from, you know, our vantage point, it's got late break.
Again, you're looking at Joe Compton out of Westfield, New Jersey. He plays for Full Count Baseball in Westfield High School. Two-way player, pitcher and an outfielder, carrying a 3.9 GPA and stands at 5'11", 160 pounds.
Strong fundamental pitching here. You know, mechanically wise, that was a nice break. Look at that thing. I'd like to see what the drop was. Yeah, look at that, -11. That thing is a put-out pitch on the outside part of the plate every day of the week. He comes back inside, hits the middle half of it. So good job there by Compton working through his whole repertoire. Thought I pronounced that right, but probably not likely.
No, you did.
Oh, okay,
I would have
good.
corrected you.
Thanks, buddy.
Repertoire. And the pitchers are throwing approximately 20 pitches.
They are.
Yeah.
So approximately 20 pitches.
Yep.
You can see him giving the sign here. He's waving off, and he's going to finish out with a couple fastballs, I believe.
And I believe that does it for Mr. Joe Compton.
All right, nice job there by Joe. Clean bullpen. And the parade of pitching just keeps on coming now.
Speaking of parades, we'll probably see a few of them coming up for Christmas time.
Yeah, no question about it. 'Tis the season.
Any chance you see BFA Productions out there? You never know.
All right, let's see who's the next pitcher.
Connor Lamentier, number 11.
Right,
Again,
local
Connor
kid.
Lamentier out of Vineland, New Jersey. Playing for, you know this squad, Heavy Hitters?
We know the
We-
squad.
Do you know this squad?
Heck,
You know this
Coach
squad?
Harry Rodriguez,
Harry Rodriguez.
Dan Fimiani out there.
Yep, Dan Fimiani.
Lamentier, waste no time. Get up, fire the pill, and get you up and go. So nice job by him. 74 mile an hour to open up this session.
Lamentier stands at 5'10", 137 pounds. A class of 23 rising sophomore.
So great deception with the ball here. You know, and I say that because if you look at how well he hides the ball behind that lower half, then brings it back up, but as it comes up, it's not actually visible to the batter till the very last second. So here's a guy that works hard at his craft, and since we are from down in the South Jersey area, we know quite a bit about Connor, and he's competed at a very high level and been very much a clutch player. And I know that Coach Rodriguez down there has put him in some big spots for the heavy hitter club. Oh, nice breaking ball.
He got up to 74 on his fastball, and that was 55. This is at 61 with a breaking ball.
Yeah,
Nice differential.
it is nice differential, but I mean more importantly, his arm slot, it's pretty consistent. You know, again, and I think that's always in a tough environment to, you know, you're trying to impress, you're trying to be accurate. A lot of times guys might let up on that delivery, but he's really doing a nice job. And I think the other cool part is the way this ground is actually set up. You have that vertical stripe that's going right down the middle of the screen, but you know, you're looking at a 13-inch drop. I mean, that's sick. That there is a nice put out pitch.
One prior to was 15.5 inches. 17.
Yeah, he's dealing.
Comes back with his fastball close to 75 miles an hour.
I mean, I think the tempo piece is what I'm really enjoying. You know, like he's going to work, he's hitting his spots, he looks good, he looks comfortable doing it, and he's doing all this. Talk about being hard to breathe. He's pitching a full bullpen with the mask up.
With the mask up.
So I guess he's able to play at high altitudes without much oxygen.
Maybe he's looking forward to going to Colorado. Maybe
Yeah.
Denver, Colorado.
Hey, why not? Why not? Gamer. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's funny because, I mean, I guess the mask thing isn't funny, but it really, for a while, has been a bit of the rage when you got guys that are out there working out, and they had the training mask. And those masks were actually designed to kind of try to convince your body of training at a higher altitude. So, unfortunately for these Jersey kids, they're getting front row seats, and they have no choice but to, a lot of times, train with the mask on. So, Connor is just flat out balling and hitting his spots, and I'm watching him go around the zone, and I got to say, man, this kid should feel pretty good about this outing here because he's really getting it done. Nice job here by Lamentier.
Nice work for Connor Lamentier out of Vineland, New Jersey. Playing for the Heavy Hitters and Harry Rodriguez.
And I know the other tough spot is I'm sure you have a lot of anxious parents, almost like back in the day when they were waiting at the hospital to see when the kid was going to be delivered because of COVID. Really, you have very minimal staff that's in here, and most of the parents are all parked in the proverbial parking lot.
They're able to watch it on BFA Live Sports, which is pretty cool.
That is
I think I heard number
14.
14 And that is Caden Mulheran. Did I say that?
Sure.
It looks all right. I think I'm Mulheran.
Yeah,
Mulheran.
I'll say go with Mulheran.
Caden Mulheran. Out of Millville, New Jersey. Another heavy hitter player. Plays for Millville High School. Class of 23 rising sophomore. He's a pitcher and an outfitter, so he's a two-way player with a 3.2 GPA. Well, Heron stands at 5'9". Come out with a 79-mile-an-hour fastball.
Nice job here. Ball's popping out of his hand with just making
Yeah,
it look
virtual
relatively
ease. Yep,
easy, man.
he is.
It really is. And being a sophomore, again, these are the type of events where it's not about where you're at now, it's about projectability. So a lot of these showcases and when kids are out there and you're talking to the sophomores, some of the juniors, talking to even the freshmen, the reality of it is it's much like the stock market. You know, like some people freak out. They look at the stock market today and they're like, well, you know, this is great or this is terrible. Well, guess what? The stock market isn't a measurement of today. It's actually a projection of what things are going to be like in the economy 12 months from now. Very much what's going on here, right? So two things that a couple guys got to walk away from is, number one, if I'm a player, I'm not going to get overly excited about fantastic results, but I'm more importantly not going to get, you know, down in the dumps if I didn't feel like, hey, I had my best outing or I had my best stuff. Because, you know, a sophomore that has great command, can mix up his pitches, throws great off-speed stuff, dude, you can build velo. You can build the whole velocity program. You can stay into the gym, get bigger, faster, stronger. But to really be able to command and have control, especially not just to where your fastball goes, but those off-speed pitches, it's huge. So, again, projectability is king at these kind of events.
Yeah, had some nice bite to it. Again, you're looking at Caden Mulheran. Mulheran out of Millville, New Jersey. And plays for heavy hitters and Millville High School.
All right. I've had a few pretty good ball players come out of that high school.
Yeah, you know what? Anybody?
I don't know. Some guy was named Bass or Goldfish or something.
Cod. Cod.
Trout, of course. Of course.
Mike Trout.
Yes, of course. You know, we can say
The
that
modern day
because-
Mickey Mantle.
Yeah, oh my Lord, kidding me? Absolute class act all the way. And for those of us lucky enough to live down in the Vineland Millville area, everywhere the guy goes, he'll always take a minute of time, lend an ear to kids, especially when they're a ball player. And you know, Mulheran, he's gonna really have a great opportunity there with Coach Fimiani, who unfortunately had his first year of coaching taken right out from underneath of him thanks to COVID. But I know he's really excited to have Caden in his stable of pitchers for sure. And then another guy, Buddy Kennedy. So more of a recent draft pick, 2017. Yep. Buddy Kennedy doing real nice things in the instructional league out in Arizona. Another alumni of Millville. But Mulheran, man, nice outing there. Made Millville proud.
Indeed he did. Number 17 is Jacob Ruiz. Or Ruiz. We'll call it Ruiz. Out of Jersey City, New Jersey. Plays for Ferris High School. He's a class of 23 rising sophomore. And is a two-way player as a pitcher and a middle infielder. And has a 3.6 GPA. Again, this is Jacob Ruiz. Ruiz. He's got some fire in his arm. 86-mile-an-hour fastball he's showing so far. A 99% spin efficiency.
Getting it done.
Yeah. Whew. 86 miles an hour. He stands at 5'11", 160 pounds.
Well, he's straight up whippy. You look in terms of his upper half and how it synchronizes with his lower half. I mean, he's got this thing all going together. Great torque. Short and quick release.
Again, staying right around 86 miles an hour on his fastball.
86. He's the ball is popping.
Bringing it.
Real nice job here.
$10-mile-an-hour differential on his breaking ball, I guess that was. He did have a vertical movement.
Yeah, he's working through his pitches here. So he's got a fastball that there looked like a cutter or slider. Matter of fact, it's something that's a little bit unique because of this format. Not that anybody's not I don't want to say that we're scouting to play against them, but you're actually able to see him kind of reach into the glove. You can see a little bit there in terms of the grip. So that's a nice curveball.
Yes, it was.
He's almost gripping it as like it's a splitter, which is for a kid who's a sophomore, baby.
Rising sophomore.
They are.
Oof.
That's a nasty put-out pitch, man.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that ball has late movement. We're watching it. It's breaking just about maybe 18 inches before the front half of that plate. What I like about what he's doing is he's moving it around the zone. So he's throwing some of these. He's throwing some of the put-out pitches, and then he's able to mix it up. So he's hitting the outside half. He's hitting low and in on the hands. Going back to the fastball here, 85 miles an hour. I have to ask him, but I believe he's throwing a two-seamer and a four-seamer. So he's going. Yeah, he's coming back here.
Again, the fastball staying right around 86 miles an hour.
Well, that one there was. This is what I'm saying. He's changing up his grip. So he went from a four-seamer. That there was a two-seam pitch. Man, this kid, sophomore, Jacob Ruiz.
Yes, he is. At Ferris High School.
Man, Jersey City.
Yep.
All right. He's a guy that I know a couple guys are going to want to turn heads.
Goes from 72 miles an hour to 86 as he finishes up. Great job by Jacob Ruiz. Not only that, he works hard in the classroom at 3.6 GPA.
Get after it, buddy. I believe it's number 20.
Number 20. That's Carl Gantz. From Raritan, New Jersey, plays for Out of the Park Cyclones. He's a class of 22 rising junior. He's a two-way player who pitches and plays the outfield. Stands at 6'1", 165 and has a 3.2 GPA. And Carl Gantz. A little bit of a three-quarter. Coming out at 78.5 miles an hour. Staying right around 78.
Nice job here by Gantz. Three-quarter delivery, so I would say he's the first guy so far we've seen out of the group tonight that he's not necessarily coming right over the top, but I kind of like it because it's slick and it's deceptive. So you look at his delivery, doing a nice job coming right down the middle, center of Broadway, right down the plane. So it's another dynamic where, from a coach's standpoint, and the coach is watching to be able to see the plane going right down the middle of the, we'll call it of the runway there. That's really good because you're able to see from a mechanics standpoint exactly what are the things he's doing really well, and he's consistently landing in the right spot. So regardless if he's throwing a fastball, if he's throwing his curveball, he's being able to repeat and repeat and repeat. And that's a thing of beauty, especially with that 3/4 arm slot.
Once again, you're watching Carl Gans out of Raritan, New Jersey. Plays for Out of the Park Cyclones. Good size at 6'1", 165.
Again, Gantz making the ball dance a little bit, and that one there releases the ball on the right half of the plate, and then you actually see the sweeping hook come down, last 18 to 24 inches, starts in, and then goes away from a right-handed batter. So Gantz showing nice amount of command as a junior, keeping those breaking pitches, change-ups, and curveballs low in the zone. And if nothing else, those are great ground ball inducing outmakers. Again, good work here by Gantz.
Yeah, one of the things you like to talk about a lot of times is to talk about the frame. So you got yourself a junior here, and he's 6'1", 165, pretty nice frame to kind of grow into and develop.
Yeah, and the fact he's a two-way player. We're going to see him tomorrow with a bat in his hand and see what he can get done, and that was Carl Gantz. All right, so
number 22, Jack Tava, out of Toms River, New Jersey. Plays for the BBA Expos and Toms River North High School. Tava stands at 6'4", 190 pounds. He's a rising senior. 1170 PS18, a 3.75 GPA.
that mound just moved on him. I'll talk to Chuck real quick.
And Tava stands at 6'4", 190 pounds. It's good size. Real good size. This young man's bringing some torque. He's actually making the mound move. A lot of drive and push out of his rotation.
All good. You want to talk about a guy that's driving off the back
That's
leg?
exactly what I said when you were walking over. I'm like,
you moved that mound.
woo-wee.
You'd get into it, Tava. And you want to talk about a nice frame?
6'4", 190.
A lot of coaches can work with a frame like that with a pitcher. I almost got to adjust the camera because he's almost out of frame. I guess I'll try to move the box out of his way here. What do you think? There you go.
Yeah, nice work.
Actually,
Good sized young man at 6'4", 190 pounds. Class of 21 rising senior. Not only works hard out on the mound and on the baseball field, but also in the classroom at 3.75 GPA. An 1170 PSAT. Jack Tava. Or Tava. Last breaking ball at 62 miles an hour with a 21.9 vertical. Wow. That was filthy. Staying consistent around 61 miles an hour in his breaking ball and a almost 22-inch break. Wow.
Yeah. He's turning some heads, man. I got to tell you. He's a guy that's going to be a nice addition here late in the game from a recruiting cycle standpoint. He's not alone. A lot of guys that are in that junior realm, in that senior realm that are still available heading in, and I see more than a few heads a smiling, that's for sure. And we were just talking about the mound, so they're actually, after Jack pitches, we're going to make a mound adjustment here.
You know your way around a building mounds, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
I've seen you build a couple.
I know a thing or two about mounds. Yeah, he's doing a nice job driving. Good off-speed delivery, too.
That one had some nice bite to it. Let's see what this one produces. Actually, I didn't think the Rapsodo read it. And so I believe Jack is finished up with an 80-mile-an-hour fastball. Again, you're watching the Best in State Mid-Atlantic Showcase here at Top Corner Sports in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Number 23 is Salvatore Delafave III out of Edison, New Jersey. Plays for Full Count Prospects and Edison High School. Again, that's Salvatore Delafave III. He's a two-way player as a pitcher and a first baseman. He's got a 3.7 GPA and stands at 6 foot 210 pounds and is a rising junior, class of 22.
Jumping right into it. 81 miles an hour there. Good reach back. Man, loving that three-quarter slide delivery he's got.
Powerful build in this young man.
Yeah. Good mixing of speeds. Started off 80, 81. Now he's dropping down 67, so a 13-mile-an-hour differential. And I'll tell you, man, he's got a nice, thick lower half to drive off of those legs and bring the baseball to the plate with authority for sure. Another guy, two-way player. So,
Yeah, pitcher and a first baseman.
Well, Cameron just missed a pull hit on the throw.
Oh, really? Oh, God.
Yeah, it looked like a field goal. Split both cameras.
So Delafave out of the northern portion of New Jersey, out of Edison. Again, full count prospects is his club team. He plays for Edison High School. He's a class of 22 rising junior. He's a pitcher and a first baseman, and a 3.7 GPA. It stands at 6 foot 210 pounds. Staying consistently around 81, 82 miles an hour in his fastball. And moves down to 69. His breaking ball. At 68.7 miles an hour and a 10-inch vertical break. We'll get to see Delafave tomorrow. The hitting portion. Again, you're watching the Best in State Showcase, the Mid-Atlantic Best in State Showcase, here at Top Corner Sports in Bridgewater, New Jersey. We are BFA Sports. I'm Al Fisher, along with my brother from another, Doug Stasic. So we make some mount adjustments.
Yeah, listen, that's going to happen. I mean, these guys are trying to impress. Good news is when you see that, it means they're driving hard off the mound and bringing the baseball home. And listen, a lot of these guys are kind of accustomed to this because when you get into the wintertime and you're doing your workouts, 9 times out of 10, you're pitching off of a turf mound that's on a turf field, and it's just nature of the beast.
Got a new pitcher on the mound now, stepping up. It's Connor Nartowitz, number 24. He's also out of Edison, New Jersey, and plays for Full Count Baseball. Looks like he's a pitcher only, primary pitcher. Class of 22 rising junior has a 4.07 GPA. Again, Connor Nartowitz. .82 mile an hour, 83 mile an hour fastball. Again, staying right around 82, 83 miles an hour in his fastball.
Nice job there. Nartowitz bringing it. Nartowitz continues to bring it. 100% efficiency on that last one.
.1372 spin rate. That one gets up to 1900 on total spin. .82 miles an hour. Again, almost 83 with a 97 spin efficiency for Nartowitz.
All right, so 407 GPA. So not only is he looks like a student of becoming a better pitcher, but he's rocking it in the classroom.
All right, that was Connor Nardowitz. And he put some weights out in front of the mound so it's not moving.
Ah, there you go.
About 165, 170 pounds there.
All right.
So we got number 29 stepping up. And that is Dylan Ling out of Somerset, New Jersey. Plays for the New Jersey Marlins and Franklin High School. Ling is a two-way player, pitcher and a shortstop. Stands at 6'1", 160 pounds. He's a rising junior, class of 22. That's a 3.9 GPA.
Wiry frame.
Yes, he does.
Getting very long.
.99% spin efficiency. And I left out his full name. I was reading it from the original roster. It's Dylan Maximus Ling. Once again, he's a two-way player. He's a pitcher and a shortstop. Nice frame on Dylan Ling at 6'1", 160. Getting it done on the mound and getting it done in the classroom. 3.9 GPA. Spin efficiency staying around 95%, 94%. 17-inch vertical break on that prior pitch. This one is an 18.6-inch vertical break. He's getting it done up there. Hitting the brakes at 62 miles an hour.
All right, nice work all around.
And that'll do it for Dylan Maximus Ling.
All right, who do we have up next?
We have number 30, and that is Brian Rios out of Newark, New Jersey. Rios plays for the Canes St. Joseph Metuchen. Coming around the gates, throwing 78 miles an hour on his first fastball. Following it up with him was a 77-mile-an-hour fastball. And Brian Rios.
All right, so Rios going right through his bullpen session here. See minus 15 differential on his pitches. Looking real good, nice and loose. As he mixes in some nice curveballs. So Rios showing some nice repeatable and fluid delivery. Again, Rios is really showing some repeatable mechanics, making it look relatively easy. I think I like the most about it is he's not trying to over pitch right now. Letting the ball go. That first pitch was up and in, comes back, and nice breaking ball there. So some ground ball inducing pitches for sure for the pride of St. Joe's Metuchen. So Rios is a sophomore, class of 2023. So really good projectability here. So looking at his vertical break on his pitches. And the fact that he's short and quick on the delivery. So nice job there. It was Brian Rios. All right. So we got some hard workers continuing to do some maintenance between pitchers on the mound. And next up is going to be number 25. It's going to be Benjamin Foote. So Benjamin Foote at Woodstown High School and heavy hitters. 3.2 GPA for the junior. Foot wasted no time going right to work. He's got a real nice frame from a pitching standpoint. This is a kid that's going to be able to continue to grow and get after it. And I will tell you, if you're not familiar with the area of Woodstown, work ethic is something that goes hand in hand with nearly every kid in the town. And so surely playing at Heavy Hitters, that is also the case. These are guys that grind it out in a pole barn that has a real wood heated stove that burns through the building. So something like you'd see out of Rocky IV or Rocky trained for Drago. That's really how Heavy Hitters started. And these guys, led by Harry Rodriguez, cleared out a field, and they have a field in the middle of the woods to go along with the wood-burning stove inside the cage that Rocky trained for his big battle with Drago. I assure you with that, but all in good fun. But Foot is putting in the work here and showing some sharpness with the bullpen. Great job here. His Foot gives indicator that he's going to go to the little bit of a comeback fastball. Make that another breaking pitch as he's given the universal poke sign, which says the off speed is a coming. All right, so Benjamin Foot, the pride of Woodstown High School and Heavy Hitters. Is my brother from another, Al Fisher, rejoins me, and I don't know if it's just coincidentally that there's a pizza behind you right now and that maybe distracted you when it comes to our guys at Heavy Hitters, since they notoriously didn't leave you any pizza, buddy.
They like to pull the carpet underneath from the pizza side of the business there.
Well, Foot's not leaving much to the imagination because he is lighting it up and moving around the zone quite nicely, hitting the spots.
I don't know if you already mentioned, but good frame, 6'2", 175.
All right, good work here. Again, I think the landing spot and the repetitiveness of this is what I'm really excited about for this kid, because it doesn't matter if he's throwing a fastball or if he's going to the changeup or he's coming back with the curve. His landing foot is going right down Broadway, and he's using the arm slot to drive the pitch, much like you would the handlebars on a bicycle. So you're always going to keep your feet going the same direction. They're not going to move because the pedals don't move. But great pitchers and those next-level pitchers have the uncanny ability, based on the release point, is how they control the pitches moving left to right. And Foot did a nice job there showing us just that. All right, and so it looks like number 31 is going to be our next pitcher.
Is Edward Apollina. Out of Ammondale, New Jersey. Plays for the West Jersey Vikings and North Hunterton High School. Class of 23, rising sophomore. Is a two-way player. He's a pitcher and a first baseman. He's a 3.5 GPA. Stands at 5'11", 175 pounds.
Got some nice pop in this building right now. Listen to that pitch. Throwing a heavy ball. Yeah, he really is. And, again, a sophomore. So he's a guy, 5'11" frame, got some surely growing to do. And
the thunder in that glove.
He is, man. He's popping. He's popping 77 consistently. So good start for him. And, again, indicator that he's going to go to small speed stuff here. Breaks it back down. And it's, comes down to probably 65, I'm going to guess. Oh, 69. Nice.
13-inch vertical break.
Again, good repetitive delivery, not slowing down his delivery speed. Release point, again, is consistent. So nice job by Apollina. Guy after my own heart, though. He likes to work up tempo. He's getting up and down, wasting no time
Yeah,
doing
he is
it.
wasting no time. I was noticing the same thing. Guess he's got fast tempo when it comes to breaking in the binder on the books, too, because he's got a 3.5 GPA. I should say the binding on the book, not the binder.
Well,
I corrected myself.
well, at this point, I don't think kids are going to see a binding in a book for a long time. Everything's electronic and,
Yeah.
you know, learn from home. Remote learning. It's a nice job here by Apollina. Yeah, he's very comfortable. And now he's actually the back end of this bullpen. He's slowing down his tempo. You can see he's focused on his breathing. This is a guy that's clearly put in the work and been coached.
His pitch before was 17-inch vertical break. This one has a 16.5-inch vertical break.
Yeah, which is a good indicator that, you know, it's coming in visually to the batter a bit higher and then finding its way, cutting down as it passes over the crest of the pitch, comes down lower half of the zone, right there. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that last 18 to 24 inches, seeing some good movement.
Finishes up with a fastball at 78 miles an hour. And again, that was Edward Apollina.
Number 34.
That's James Mueller out of Pittstown, New Jersey. Plays for the West Jersey Vikings. And the Voorhees High School.
There you go.
Two-way player. He's a pitcher and an infielder. He's a class of 22 rising junior with a 3.8 GPA. And James Mueller. Staying right around 75 to 77 miles an hour on his fastball. Got 100% spin efficiency. Again, Mueller is a two-way player. Not only does he pitch, he plays the infield. Hopefully I'm saying his last name right. Oh, young man, he gets it done in the classroom with a 3.8 GPA. He's got that little interesting three-quarter. Very effective. 63 miles an hour and a 17, almost 18-inch vertical break. All right. That was James Mueller.
Number 42 is going to be our next pitcher.
Number 42 is Kennedy Ferguson. Out of South Plainfield, New Jersey, plays for Out of the Park Cyclones and South Plainfield High School. He's a class of 21 rising senior. He's got a 3.2 GPA. He stands at 6'4", 170 pounds. Big young man. And coming right over the top with it, too. Has a 3.2 GPA and 1,000 PSAT.
Man, this kid's got another kid, right? So we talked about the recruitment process. He's still got a 21 with this kind of size. You know, you get him involved and keep getting him on the strength and conditioning program. Man, I mean, this kid's got a long reach. So projectability, I see opportunity here. He can get a little bit longer on the delivery, which is something that's very easy for a coach to, you know, take a guy that's you know, workable, coachable, and get him stretched out, use every bit of that frame. This guy's got a lot there in the tank, and he's doing a good job that he's got the big wiry delivery. So he's coming over the top, 12 o'clock release. Yeah, this kid definitely going to be a pleasant surprise for some of these coaches that are a little bit late in the recruitment cycle looking to pick up an arm, and you can never have enough of those.
Yeah, most definitely lots of potential in young Kennedy Ferguson here. Last pitch at 100% spin efficiency. Getting up to 77 miles an hour.
Nice save by Kennedy. I think he just probably saved the camera. Pretty sure.
He's working up the ladder now, up to 80 miles an hour in his fastball.
Yeah, like I said, he's got great differential. I mean, he's a kid that showing good command of his pitches. That's a minus 15 right there from the fastball. So, oh, nice job there. Hit the lower quadrant of the zone. As you check the old K box, that'll get called for a strike every time. Nice work there by Kennedy Ferguson.
And we got our next pitcher coming to mound. And that looks like number 51, Matthew Murphy. Number 51, Matthew Murphy, out of Voorhees, New Jersey. Plays for Colossal Baseball 2022 and Eastern High School. He's a two-way player. He's a pitcher and outfielder. 3.3 GPA and stands at 6 foot, 170 pounds.
Well, jumps right out of the gate, 80-mile-an-hour fastball. Staying consistent there, another one. Right in that same wheelhouse.
Staying right around 99% on spin efficiency.
Yeah,
See, consistent.
hey, good job. He's got a good grip. Got his fingers over top of the baseball, over the horseshoe. Good extension, good delivery. And he kind of has a bit of a hypnotic delivery, so you kind of watch the pause. It's almost like swaying back, and you're building anticipation as a batter. He comes forward, and at that point, it creates a timing challenge, which is fantastic.
Nice differential there. He's now at 69 with an 11.2-inch vertical break.
Murphy really getting into it, stretching out. He's got a long extension, you know, like I'm looking at the actual measurement in terms of, you know, how far he's coming off the mound. So for a guy that's 6 foot, you're going to see a couple times. Again, some of these guys, because of the mound itself, you can almost kind of sense a little bit that they don't want to overextend themselves.
Yeah, you can tell. Yep.
Feeling like, hey, I might get tripped up or whatnot, but you can tell that this kid here, Murphy, usually pitches a little bit longer than what he's doing right now. But I'll tell you, it's working for him. He's still pounding the rock. He's well into this bullpen, sitting at 80 miles an hour. Spin efficiency is off the chain, and you know his fastball. He's spinning his fastball at about 2,000. That's that's top end stuff, man. All in all, he should be very pleased with this pen that he's throwing here. I think for us the exciting part is this is only day one, so this is a 2-day event. Tomorrow we'll be back here. We'll be on the air around 1 o'clock or so, and we're gonna have 60 times on the laser. We're gonna have outfielders. We're gonna have infielders. We're gonna have hitting, and I know these guys are pretty excited about the new cage that they have set up, and we're gonna be able to hit all across this facility. So you might want to bring your batting helmet tomorrow.
All right,
just to protect yourself. Matt Murphy. I'd like to.
Finishes up with a fastball, I believe, at 70, almost 79 miles an hour. 99% spin efficiency. So nice work by Matt Murphy. Now number 53, Owen McComb. Out of Glen Gardner, New Jersey, plays for West Jersey Vikings. And Owen McComb. Jumping right out of the gate with 77 and 76 respectfully. class of 22 rising junior, this Owen McComb. Another good
Again,
frame, as you said, another good frame.
Yeah,
Looking at
he's got the wiry
wire
pitcher's
pitcher.
frame
Yep.
going.
He's got to be at least 6'3".
Yeah, and he's going to his off-speed part of his pen here.
Again, McComb out of Glen Gardner, New Jersey, and plays for the West Jersey Vikings. .66-mile-an-hour breaking ball at almost 16-inch vertical break.
And Owen's going to be our last righty, and then we'll move into the southpaws. So we got, looks like another 9 left-handed pitchers after him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll move some wires around slightly.
Well, I think we have an answer for that one question about Christopher Raimonda, because
Yes.
I think he's coming up next.
He's
a lefty.
Okay.
That's why someone was at it. All right, that was Owen McComb. And as we move some cameras, we're going to go to a break, and we'll be right back. from the left side, that's Holden DeYoung. All right, number 2 is on the mound. That's Holden DeYoung. Or DeJong out of Monroeville, New Jersey. Right out of Heavy Hitters and St. Augustine Prep. Our friend Harry Rodriguez down out of Heavy Hitters. Class of 22 rising junior. He's 6'2", 149 pounds. Has a 4.0 GPA. Coming out, throwing some fire at almost 82 miles an hour. Last pitch is 80. And Holden DeJong. 6'2", 149 pounds with a 4.0 GPA. Coming out of Southern New Jersey and Monroeville, New Jersey. And this is our first lefty on the mound tonight. And he is showing well. Almost looks bigger than 6'2". Big young man.
Indeed.
Got another wiry build.
Another heavy ball, man. Ball's got good life coming out of his hands. Popping the mitt. Again, it's a good looking delivery. It's going, again, right down that plane. It's in the middle of that mound, so it's a good indicator of repetition. Again, another tough spot. You're the first lefty coming out. But, man.
Pride of Heavy Hitters, too.
Yeah. And talk about a guy pitching in a deep stable, pitching St. Augustine Prep. You're not going to find a much deeper pitching rotation in the state. So, you know, DeJong being a junior, he is certainly going to please Coach Mike Bailone down there. That's one thing that man loves. It's his left-handed pitching staff. He'll be joining the ranks there with Jackson Vanesco, that officially just committed to Bryant University. And so knowing that he's got another lefty to be able to throw for him, especially with DeJong stuff there. Good job by him.
All right, that was Holden DeJong. Throwing to 82 miles an hour in his last pitch. And that'll bring up number 4, Christopher Raimonda out of Staten Island, New York. Plays for Baseball U in St. Joseph by the Sea High School. It's a class of 23, rising sophomore. Stands at 5'11", 145 pounds.
All right, and if you just execute on the repetition and your fundamentals, no problem. You can make adjustments, and I like to see what Raimonda's doing here. Man, he has got really clean mechanics. So, seen quite a good stable of pitchers, but going to give credit where credit is due. My man is sharp, doing a nice job, hitting his spots, and just good tempo. So not only is he cranking out his fastballs, but he's able to deliver in the same manner and the same demeanor. Real fluid, real loose. And I want to say
Athletic build.
yeah, it is an athletic build, but I mean, I'm looking at his release. You're looking at the kick with his heel at the end. This is what we call good tape right here. So as a sophomore, projectability is definitely one that's up there because another growth spurt is coming, going to put some weight on that frame, but you know the mechanics that he's developed early on that he's going to be able to build off of, just fantastic.
Again, we're here at Top Corner Sports and for the Mid-Atlantic Best in State Showcase here in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Christopher Raimonda. Again, good athletic build, 5'11", 145 pounds. Little thunder out of that glove.
Yeah, this kid's stuff is clean. It's funny, I wanted to use the comparison smooth but sharp, but the reality of it is he's really doing it both, man. I mean, he's making it look very silky. You know, and I say that because I'm looking at the backside of his mechanics as you sit there and you watch him rotating real nice, sinking that back hip. And the finish. I mean, you know, you see that signature finish right here where even though it's the lefty and you end up seeing him rotate all the way around and then kick up that back heel. That's a guy that is going through his pitches. He's not holding back. He's not worried about overthrowing. Nice work by Raimonda.
All right.
All right,
Number 9. And that is Caden DiCiato out of Piles Grove, another heavy hitters product. And Woodstown High School. He stands at 5'10", 150 pounds. He's a class of 22 rising junior. Carries 3.9 GPA. Caden DiCiato. Ooh. Velo, 83 was the last pitch. Let's see what this one was. 81.
Ball's exploding out of his hand.
It sure is.
Man, that is his release timing is something. I mean, it is, to me, really jumping off the chart. Again, I'm looking at the synchronization between his release point, watch the knee kick. I mean, dude, he's fully extended, and he's still holding on to that baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's showing. I mean, as anytime that your release actually roughly matches your height. That talks about you got good extension on your pitches. That lets the coach kind of know, like, hey, this is a guy that is absolutely getting good stride and he's staying relatively low. And you can see it time and again. He keeps matching. He's like 5'8", 5'9", 5'8", 5'9". He's listed at 5'10". And I think we all know that more often than not. Yo, nice pen, man. This is Chris Ramonda just walked behind us. Wanted to make sure he gets some kudos and accolades because my young gentleman looked very sharp tonight.
Hitting the brakes on that one. 58.9. Jeez.
So it's a 24 mile an hour difference.
24 mile an hour difference.
Yeah, it's got really good spin ratio. You know, and again, we're pretty well through the stable of pitchers here, but I got to tell you, I'm very impressed with just the good mix of pitchers that we've seen. You know, like we've seen some guys pop off. We've seen some 86, 87 mile an hour velo, and then we've seen some guys that are some softer throwers, but more importantly, multiple pitch softer throwers. And you look at a guy like DiCiato that's bringing it in here towards the tail end of this event to know that he, 82 miles an hour, he's down to 63, 20 mile an hour differential in the same at bat. That's going to drive guys nuts.
Again, 18 mile an hour differential here. Impressive. Rare back on that one.
Again, now DiCiato, a little bit beyond his midway point of pen, resets himself, controls his breathing. It's a veteran move.
Again, backing it all the way down to 59.7. Just under 60 miles an hour. Just seeing around 82 to 84. Got variation of speeds too.
Yeah, well, he's actually switching up his release point. You just saw that one. It was almost sidearm. Came from the side. Crafty.
Mm-hmm.
Crafty indeed.
The spin efficiency staying right around 98 to 100% too.
Yeah, I think the other thing is you always got to give a shout out to your catchers because I think we've only had 5 or 6 catchers that were here, and these guys have caught quite a few pens tonight. So they're getting their work in. And I got to tell you, consistency. Consistency when it comes to framing, consistent blocking. I got to tell you, I only recall a handful of maybe wild balls getting by.
Yeah, it's fun to watch the catchers too while they're working with those pitchers. Definitely. Looks like number 13 is stepping up onto the mound, and that's Dennis Whitford. Whitford out of Parlin, New Jersey, plays for Full Count Baseball at Sayreville War Memorial High School. Class of 22 rising junior, is 6 foot 180 pounds and has a 3.0 GPA. And his first offering comes in at 76 miles an hour. He climbs the ladder to 78. Spin efficiency staying around 99%. As Whitford stays consistently around 77, 78 miles an hour with his fastball. And again, the spin efficiency showing around the mid-upper 90s. Nice breaking ball. Can't wait to see this one by Whitford. 63 miles an hour.
Again, very good repeatable mechanics. Going right down the middle of the runway there. I think the other cool part is they're being kind of instructed of what pitches that they're going to throw and how they're going to mix them up with our buddies Josh and Matt back there.
Again, this is Dennis Whitford out of Parlin, New Jersey.
Again, another big move there, so Whitford showing coachability. Good breaking ball.
Right on the hands on the right-handed batter. Let's see what that one was. 62, 60, almost 63 miles an hour.
Ooh, look at him get into it, man. Trying to come up with a strong finish here. 96% spin efficiency. Comes back with a breaking pitch. I like it. Nothing wrong with a dude putting an exclamation point on a nice outing.
Ending up at 76 miles an hour. Now we have number 21. Brandon Ballas. Out of Toms River, New Jersey. Plays for the BBA Expos and Toms River North.
This guy's got some serious mound presence.
Sure does.
And he's a
Two-way
senior.
player. He's a senior and a two-way player.
Yeah, he's going to be another guy. You look at the recruitment process and kind of where things are at. This guy's caught up, man. Got a big athletic frame. A lot of times you want to talk to some of these guys, and maybe we'll have a chance to talk to Brandon a little bit tomorrow. But I'm just looking at his first couple of pitches, and this is a dude from a left-handed standpoint. He checks a lot of boxes.
Val stands at 6 foot, 175 pounds.
I mean, dude, he's caught up. He's got athletic build. He's got the tree trunk legs you want to see in a pitcher. Athletic for sure. But, from a guy that can throw 80-some miles an hour and then come back with a breaking ball at 70 from the left-hand side, that's pretty effective for a lot of coaches out there. And a guy that, if he can, is projectable as a two-way player, got a lot of smiling faces, both in-house and guys that are going to want to see this video.
He's pounding his zone, too. He's staying very consistent. As you point out, he stays right down the runway there, too.
Yeah, no, he's
Right down the runway.
very repeatable delivery. And it doesn't matter what pitches he's throwing. It's so important. You know, like you can have great velo, you can have a great breaking ball, but if your breaking ball's release and timing doesn't look much the same as the fastball, you're going to run into challenges, and that's not the case. I mean, right now he is grooving.
All right, that was Brandon Vallis. Nice work.
Good work by him is right. All right, it's number 20.
Number 26. Number 26. Spencer Lazarus. Tenafly, New Jersey. Plays for the Canes North Atlantic National Team. Class of 22 rising sophomore, stands at 5'9", 150 pounds. He's got a 4.1 GPA.
Got an awesome baseball name too, man.
Spencer Lazarus, yes.
Is the heavy mitt. Rocks the house. Great spin there on his last off speed. Good work.
Staying 100% spin efficiency.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at the movement, 13 inches on horizontal access there. I mean, that kind of tells you it comes right in on the hands of the batter. Which, that's juicy, as I like to say. Very juicy. Nice work here by Spencer. I mean, I just love the fact that the ball is staying down. You know, like it looks like a dart coming right out of his hand, hitting the bottom half of the zone, staying at those like shins, ankle area. That is good to see. It's one of the big reasons I love when we get an opportunity to do an event and, you know, you have the data points, you have the Rapsodo out there. It's an opportunity to validate what it is that you're seeing or pique your interest to want to go back and watch it again.
I'm sure all these young men are going back and checking this out just to see how they're performing.
There's
Absolutely.
no question.
Use it as motivation.
Yeah.
Just filling the zone up.
Yeah, well, I'm really juiced up for, again, tomorrow. Going to be hitting, running, guys doing the 60. Going to be in a position to see some good fielding, mechanics across the diamond. It's going to be pretty outstanding.
And we'll be bringing it to you live here at BFA Live Sports, starting right around 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I believe that's by the time we're ready to rock and roll patrol. We should be good to go. think the cool part tomorrow, we're going to have even more camera angles. So if you like the split screen tomorrow, we bring the cavalry to surround the field. And it's going to be pretty cool stuff. So going to see all kinds of data points. We're going to have the Rapsodo hooked up for the hitters. Got laser timing for the 60s.
All right, that was Spencer Lazarus. And number 27 now steps up on the mound, and that's Thomas Betsy out of Hillsdale, New Jersey. Plays for the North Jersey Horned Frogs. Betsy stands at 5'9", 152 pounds. He's a class of 21 rising senior. Carries a 3.2 GPA. And he's getting right after it.
He is working quick. And I'll tell you, man, he's consistently hitting his spots. He's not waiting for long.
No, he's not.
Oh, look at that. That was
Nice.
nasty.
Yep.
That was a nasty breaking pitch. 92% efficiency, 1,700 on the spin. Wowzers.
19-inch vertical break on that one.
Yeah. That's the dirty.
He's filling her up, like we said earlier.
Well, I'm impressed with the control with the breaking pitches. I mean, those are the ones that are going to keep batters off balance. Those are the ones that, hey, if you're not going to blow them away from a velo standpoint, it doesn't really matter. If you have confidence in your ability to stick on the corners with these breaking balls, and Betsy is he's showing some good stuff here, man. Asking for his two best breaking pitches is what I just heard echo across the world. So that's pretty nasty right there.
Right there it was, yeah.
Look at that.
That one even worked. That was a bigger break.
Yeah.
Last one was 16-7. What's this one?
Thomas Betsy, sure to be a great late pickup here for one of these programs who are tuning in.
He pops the glove on that last pitch. Finishes up. Nice work by Thomas Betsy.
Number 29. Nope, 28.
28. Okay. I know I have bad eyes, but
Yeah.
Travis Brancy out of Sparta, New Jersey. Again, Travis Brancy, Prospects Sports Academy and Sparta High School. Brancy is a 2A player, as a pitcher and outfielder. He has a 3.2 GPA.
Want to thank everybody for tuning in for the Best in State Mid-Atlantic Showcase here in Bridgewater. BFA Sports, Doug Stasik joined alongside my brother from another, Al Fisher, as the Southpaws are closing us out here in the nightcap with Travis Brancy on the hill. And Al, I've said it a few times, but great to see so many talented arms and guys that are a little bit later even in the recruiting process. I think there's going to be some really great stories of some late pickups here. And the only way that that happens is if you show up and you show out. And I got to tell you, man,
They're doing it here.
the guys here
Yep.
are best in state.
Yep.
This is a heck of a start for them for the first session of a 2-day event.
You get to do it all over again tomorrow. A little different look.
Yeah.
Another lefty filling up the zone in Travis Brancy.
Well, the old saying is, I mean, from a pitching standpoint, the lefties tend to be a big commodity. But we've seen quite a few lefties that are going to leave coaches smiling, and some phone calls and emails are sure to be made one way or the other. Or I guess even more so now, the text messages seems to be the preferred method of coolness. Brancy making a case that some people should be reaching out to him. To round out that bullpen, adding a nice lefty.
And pounding that outside corner. This time coming on the inside. Staying consistent with the spin efficiency rate at 98%. Again, getting that right-handed batter right on the hands there on that last pitch.
What about the actual iPad? You don't have to check it or anything.
And that will do it for Travis Brancy. And last and certainly not least, our final pitcher of the evening is number 32, Ben Crescenzi. Out of Glen Gardner, New Jersey. Plays for the West Jersey Vikings. Popping it. Throwing that heavy ball. And Crescenzi, class of 22 rising junior, two-way player, has a 2.9 GPA. Plays for the West Jersey Vikings.
So it's funny, man. We've been to quite a few events, and the one thing we've learned is something always seems good to happen with the very last guy who ends up throwing the ball. You know, not to get into some of the other events, but I can tell you it's almost just like some kind of unwritten code or unwritten rule. I don't know what it is. And Crescenzi, he's finishing strong here because that ball is dancing. The ball is moving across the zone. He's showing poise here, and I can't wait for him to throw another curveball because the last one was just sick. And even at that, he's coming right down Broadway, releasing on the left side of that plane, and the ball's coming on the inside hands of what would be a right-handed hitter. Good stuff here. Good stuff indeed.
Crescenzi. Out of Glen Gardner, New Jersey. Plays for the West Jersey Vikings. He's a class of 22 rising junior.
The old pop it, don't stop it. He is, man.
Yeah, he is.
He is getting it done here. Really good location on his pitches. Mechanics, very much in tune. You can actually see how a little bit different he's throwing from the stretch, and he closes it
That
out.
was a quick session.
Work fast.
Yes, he did.
All right,
All right.
so
So I guess that'll do it for day one here at Top Corner Sports for the Mid-Atlantic Best in State Showcase. And once again, for BFA Sports, I'm Al Fisher, along with my brother from another, Doug Stasic. I guess we can't wait to see you
play
Play
ball.
ball.